Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of The Have and the Have-Nots, Season 7, Episode 14. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So Derek, he's sitting there, first of all, let me get this off. I said last week that I'm going to go with this show is a soap opera on steroids. That is the only way that my mind is going to be able to process things. And even that, I'm still going to be like, that don't make no sense. What was Tyler thinking when he said that? Is nobody going to question any of this? So that's how I'm going to have to go through things watching this show. Now, Derek says that he is there to board the place up. It just so happens that in the process of him coming over to board things up, Wyatt came in and kicked in the door. Which, side note, can we go back to Wyatt getting his Usain Bolt on? The same man who cut his wrist, and I guess that was a ploy so he can go to the infirmary, so he can sneak out, so he can run across town to his mom and daddy's house. Did he have shoes on at the time when he ran across town? I have so many questions, but he ran across town, like I said, getting his Usain Bolt on, kicking in the door and doing all these things, and was still able to make it out the house. But anyways, Derek's there to board the house up. I'm like, board it up? Shouldn't we just get a locksmith, changing the locks? But I don't know. But Hannah has to vouch for him. And y'all know how Hannah feels. She just recently found out the man that I have been seeing recently is the man who raped me and got me pregnant when I was a teenager. So she got all these emotions going on with herself. She was like, yeah, they verified with Jim that he was there to lock up the house. So now it's time for her to check and see what has been stolen and all those things. She got her notepad out, I'm assuming so she can give it to the insurance company. I don't know why the police officer wasn't taking notes so he can make a police report. But hey, he wasn't doing that. How did she know that the keys to the car was gone? I don't know. Did Catherine keep her keys next to her jewelry? There's a possibility of that. I don't know. David shows up because he want to know what's going on so he can report back to Jim. Now, it was watching this episode that I noticed something, and I don't know why I had noticed it before, but Hannah and David are so much alike. Hannah, she will drop whatever she's doing in the middle of the night to go see about Catherine. And David does the same thing for Jim. It's just that when Jim does it, it seems a little nastier, like, why ain't you doing like I want you to do? What are you doing? Doing da, da, da. And Catherine be like, oh, Hannah, I need you. Please come by. And Hannah will do that. So to me, they are basically the same person. But he's wanting information and she's not trying to give it to him. He's trying to throw in there, well, you work for Jim. And I was like, no. She works for Catherine. Jim don't have no money. Jim broke. Even after she gave him $20 million, he's still broke. That's why he want Wyatt's money. She worked for Catherine, not for Jim. You tried it, David. Moving on over to the police station. Can we talk a little bit about how we just gonna say that this police officer shot himself point blank in the head like that when his gun is still inside the holsters and the ballistics on the bullets does not match? And on top of that, Big Boy, part of the Malone crew, just went up to the camera and did one of these. And like police was standing there, did one of these, come back, police is down on the ground because he done killed himself after having an altercation with the Malone boys. Like, really? Female cop comes out and she was like, basically, you being disrespectful to this dude. Like, the court's got to get involved to, determine whether Mama Rose is getting out of jail or not. So, original cop who was like, I guess, down with the Malones, he's trying to he's basically jumping through hoops. He done got Mama Malone a nice little lazy boy to sit in. She don't have to put on no jail clothes. He's going out there to talk to Vinny and the crew like, hey, we trying to get these done. I got to call my boss. It's a lot. He's stressed out because he's between a rock and a hard place. Do I call my boss, who does not like being called once he's off duty? And then I got the Malones over here telling me I need to call my boss, who does not like to be called when he's off duty. It's like a lot going on. But then, Vinny, he kind of like slyly threatens like the boss's daughter, like ask the boss if his daughter's still such and such, such and such, to get him there quick, fast, in a hurry. Because, you basically threatening my daughter to get your mama out. Yeah, it was a lot going on. I was like, that police officer stressed out. I don't know why original police officer who like arrested Mama Malone, like, isn't that a part of orientation when your first day of job in Savannah? Anybody with the last name Malone, we don't arrest. Which, side note, I like the original Mama Malone, Mama Rose, better than I like this one. This one seems like she's doing a little bit too much extraness. It seems like she's mean and bad and all that stuff. I like the original one. Now, speaking of them, Catherine and doggone Mama Rose, they going back and forth. Mama Rose decide, hey, I'm going to bring up your daughter Amanda. Ain't your daughter dead? Yeah. What about that Dolphin son of yours? Yeah. It's a shame and a scandal. It just hurt my heart when he ran down that little girl. I'm like, did it really hurt your heart? Because it looked like y'all don't like black folks. And that was a little black girl that got killed. So was your heart really hurt? Or are you just trying to doggone with it, dig the knife in just a little bit more? I'm just saying. She get the threatening Wyatt and all that stuff. And Wyatt may be a lot. Catherine can't stand him most of the times. She don't like that he a dope fiend, and she don't like the way he act. But it's one thing, that is her child, and you're not gonna be out here threatening my child. Okay, that's what you're not gonna do. I'm Catherine Hargrave's crier. You heard about my daddy? Well, I am my daddy's child. Justin. I'm tired of Justin. I've been tired of Justin, but I'm like really, really tired of Justin now. Like, he is really, really spiraling at this point. He went from, how dare Jeffrey, like, what are you doing over here at Madison's house, to, what are you doing? Like, how you gonna leave me? Like, you was just over here mad that Madison wouldn't let you in the house, but now you mad that Jeffrey didn't left you, but you was never with Jeffrey. Y'all was having sex and you was threatening him every other episode. That was basically it. He talking about he gonna do better. The same thing he has said multiple times before, during, and after he's pulled a gun out on Jeffrey. It was just a lot. Madison comes out and he does not help things out because he got his hand on Jeffrey like, and what? What you gonna do about it? I don't like how they got Madison acting, because Madison went in the house and he's basically like, once they about to lock the door, he's almost like nana boo boo. So now Jeffrey has to spend the night, because we know how Justin like to get down. He like to doggone beat folks up, destroy property, like all of those things. So he gonna be sitting outside of their house looking pitiful, and it's up to Jeffrey to keep Madison safe. I'm like, boy, you could barely keep yourself safe. How many times had Justin pulled out a gun on you and you ain't even so much a karate chop that boy in the neck? Yeah. Soap opera on steroids. Candace and finally, got a hold of Benny, like, hey, Benny, I need you to get me inside Mama's house. I need to get my stuff and I need to get on up out of here. Hannah come in and talking about how Catherine been so good to them. I was like, was she being good to y'all when she knew her son and killed a little girl and ran your son down and left him for dead and didn't tell you? Was that being good to you? If you ask me, she paid, granted, she paid Benny's, hospital, his hospital bill while he was in there. But that was to cover up her own guilt. Keeping you on and constantly giving you jobs and houses and cars, that ain't from the goodness of her heart. That's because she feel bad. It's one thing is, you have been so good to me. You was there for me when I was going through A, B, C, and D. And you've been better to me since some of my friends I've known all my life. And I want to do this for you. No, this was my raggedy Dauphin son I almost killed your son, and I'm doing any and everything that I can to make this right for you because I don't want y'all getting on the stand and saying how my dopey son ran down your son. That's how it looks to me. But, oh, she been so good to us. You just don't know how good she been to us. I'm like, if that's how you feel, Hannah, that's how you feel. Now she want to call the police on him. I'm like, really, Hannah? You can call the police on your children? That's what you gonna do? Now, Benny, he bring out the big guns. Like, did Derek rape you? Now, this is Candace's fault. Candace like, I did not say anything. That's not what I did. Like, Benny is stupid, but Benny is stupid, but all he had to do was, like, look up Derek's name in Tyler Perlin. I don't know if you can do that for real. I ain't tried to see. But, you know, you can just look at somebody's name and, like, get all the info. And it was like he was putting two and two together. And it looked like it was, you know, Derek that raped you and got you pregnant. So, yeah. Now, but the plan is Derek didn't do it. Candace and Mitch, they didn't cook the books. See, what happened was the records got switched. It was some dude in another city, town, country. He did it. It's just Derek's doggone face is on that man's info, and it ain't. That's just it. You know, it was a mix up. Now, true that could happen. I was watching something. It was two dudes with the same name who looked darn near like twins. Was in jail together, different crimes. So it can happen. I'm not sure if the dude and Derek look alike, but that's not the point. The point is we telling Benny it was a mix up. He's like, he was asking Mitch, well, if it's still on the internet, like once it's on the internet, it's all on the internet. Just go with the flow, Benny. Just go with the flow, okay? Because y'all know Benny, he likes to act before he thinks. So, you know, he been going oops upside Derek's head because he didn't think this man then, you know, raped his mom and all that stuff. Yeah. Now, Wyatt and all of his dope fiend ways then went to the hood to score some drugs. He ain't got no money. He got jewelry. They like, this is not, we accept cash and cash only. Yes, we know that this jewelry is stolen, but we don't want to take this. We want cash. No, but some lady, she comes up and like, first of all, why he's not gonna grab all on the drug dealer? Like, what drug dealer is letting you doggone grab at him like that without doggone and busting you upside your head? That didn't make no sense. Dude was like, you know what? Get up out of here. We ain't got time for you. Female drug dealer comes up, gives Wyatt some drugs, and he hops out and gets in the passenger seat so he can get high and she can drive the car. I was like, all she had to do was wait for you to get high, roll you up, grab your jewelry. Wait for you to get a high pass out, grab your jewelry, throw you out the car and roll off. And send that car on over somewhere that somebody can sell it and do all stuff to it. But anyways, Wyatt. And of all the places he could have stumbled into, he stumbled into the Malone bar. Really, Tyler? Is that the only bar that he could have stumbled into? As doggone Mitch and Vinny was talking about how they gonna do something to Wyatt. He, of all places, first of all, the drug dealer's like, if you want some drugs, go over there to the Malone bar. So y'all just sending customers over to the Malone bar when y'all know they racist? Okay, anyways. It's like, I'm not sure, like, are the Malones racist or not? Because at one point, Sandy, he got a black girlfriend. We know Mitch not racist. But it's like, the family, they be racist some days and racist not. It don't make no sense. It really don't. But anyway, Wyatt stumbling in there. Mama Rose, she gonna retire and go to Florida and Vinny take over. Sandy, now Mitch had to have a real talk with Sandy like, see, you didn't witness something that you ain't never seen before. See, you want to be about that life. This is what it entails of being about that life. I know what the family does. That's why I don't want to be a part of that life. So You running off, you want to be there and hanging out with the family, do these things, this is what you're going to have to deal with. You're going to have to deal with a police officer getting shot in front of your face and you potentially going to jail because you was there when it happened. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on. Swim my beautiful face. Puts up a video. You can click on it. You can like it and share with your people. And you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. Now, this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.